So Nicholas Pegues reporting Princess Beatrix's is your elected American boyfriend once again on conference call today with, of course, the First Lady of the United States and the White House. They're trying to, they're promoting healthy choices here in Memphis, Tennessee, of course. In conjunction, I am promoting that as a CNN icon of Memphis. So Nicholas Pegues reporting promoting a First Lady of the United States initiative. And here's a photograph of Mrs. Obama and, of course, Princess Beatrix. This is your elected American boyfriend speaking. And, of course, Miss Obama is a rebel flag girl. She's a Southern belle in her own right to promote diversity here in Memphis, Tennessee, waiting for a response from the First Lady of the United States regarding this subject. And, of course, here is my petition regarding me as a candidate for the United States Congress. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Let's listen in to the White House press conference. Nicholas Pegues, also known as the governor for the United States Congress, 2014, to inspire unity and everyone to vote here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. Let's listen in.
Janet J. Carney, and thanks for being on the call, everyone. What Jen said is accurate. President and I are both parents that have relatively young kids, kind of a little younger than his, and as parents tend to do.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting. This is Jay Carnegie on the White House conference call. I actually have interviewed briefly Jay Carnegie. I will attach that report to this report. And of course, First Lady Michelle Obama, come on back down here to Memphis, Tennessee, and join me, of course, to inspire my generation to diversity. I'm a young Republican in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. And hello, Miss Obama, of course. I am Princess Beatrix, elected American boyfriend, as promoted on Facebook and, of course, around the world. Also look up the White House, the love tale of Princess Beatrix and Mr. Pegues. Let's listen in to Jay Carnegie.
For the White House and the President to bring people together, focus the spotlight on an issue that really is the topic of conversation across the country. There's families everywhere, and the first thing to make a commitment when it comes to research and filling in the gaps that exist when it comes to the information that needs to make decisions now. And Bill mentioned they're very important issues that I know he's concerned about, and parents are concerned about. So we would see what the president said publicly about his views on the head of time, how he would feel about playing football. I had a son who wants to play football this fall. I'm a little concerned about that. I thought it was soccer, and certainly that's the discussion. So
Nicholas the Governor Pegues does not play football because I'm like a politician. So Nicholas Pegues, and plus I'm a descendant of Victorian Village, Collins Shepherd Store District. That's why I'm on conference call with the White House. I can't do that type of thing. But anyway, let's listen to the White House press conference once again. Corporate appreciation. So Nicholas Pegues reporting on conference call. Once again, I am a Republican candidate in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. Right now, I'm a write-in Republican candidate. So Nicholas Pegues on conference call with the White House regarding an initiative Miss Obama is doing at the White House. This week, Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN icon of Memphis and Princess Beatrix. This is your elected American boyfriend speaking on Facebook, and of course, to my Facebook friends in Europe and of course around the world. And here's a photograph of Princess Madeline, inspiring me being Princess Beatrix, elected American boyfriend. Of course, they're all cousins. We're all cousins to some degree. So Nicholas Pegues reporting. Let's listen into the White House press conference. Even Michelle Obama's a cousin. So we're down the line. CNN icon of Memphis.
As well as trying to generate the kind of next generation educational messages to help inform the dialogue around concussions at on the playing field and in the military theater. The NFL will also have committed tomorrow $25 million over 3 years to support projects and partnerships that are aimed at promoting youth sports safety. And these include new pilot programs like a partnership with the National Athletic Trainers Association that is really going to look at and evaluate the benefit of putting athletic trainers on the sidelines in high school sports, as well as a pilot program related to what the NFL calls Back to Sports Nights, which are a collaboration with the National PTA and the American Heart Association to hold information sessions with parents and athletes and students and school administrators around the country to really think about sports safety. The National Institutes of Health will announce a new longitudinal research study to detect, characterize, and measure the chronic effects of repetitive concussions to really inform how we design clinical trials aimed at preventing or slowing disease progression over the long term. And this is a $16 million effort that actually fulfills a commitment the NFL made to the NIH Foundation 2 years ago. The NFL committed $30 million to the NIH Foundation. The NIH spent part of that money last year, and this is what they're doing with the remainder of that money. Then UCLA, and in partnership with Steve Tisch, will announce the new Steve Tisch Brain Sport program. This is a $10 million investment from Steve Tisch to UCLA to support concussion-related prevention, outreach, treatment, and other initiatives aimed at athletes of all ages, including youth. The Tisch commitment also will support a planning initiative to inform the development of a national system to accurately track the number of concussions that are occurring. This is something the IOM pointed out was a gap in our knowledge with not having good data on concussion incidents. We also have a number of other commitments from players in this space, including from Pop Warner, the Pop Warner League is going to participate this year in a research study that will look at better collecting concussion data among younger children where we have very limited data today. Safe Kids Worldwide will hold sports clinics around the country focused on sports safety, including a focus on concussion. And we have a number of medical associations that are going to include a concussion focus in their upcoming conferences, both like the American Academy of Neurology, the American Pediatric Association, and others. Great. I think we're now ready to open it up for some questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to ask a question.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting on conference call with the White House this afternoon, once again with Memphis, Tennessee, and of course I am promoting a distant cousin. Of course, we're all cousins to some degree of First Lady Michelle Obama, the First Lady of the United States, promoting a healthy choice initiative. So at any rate, I am Princess Beatrix, elected American boyfriend, and of course look up the White House love tale of Princess Beatrix and Mr. Pegues on Facebook, inspiring unity here in the United States of America. Let's listen into the White House press conference. Nicholas Pegues.
Technology is, what it is, who's collecting, how to collect it, and so the Tisch commitment is really focused on helping to support some of that foundational work.
Question from Michael Sherwood.
Hey guys, thanks for doing this call. I guess I want to raise some skepticism. The amounts here, the dollar amounts are somewhat small. Certainly for some of the partners, the NFL probably spends $25 million on a single ad for one of its games. So is there a, I mean, are you guys confident that this is actually going to accomplish something, or is going to be enough to get this done? And if you could also talk a little bit about why the president feels it's his role to kind of inject himself into something like this. Is there some way in which he hopes to use his personal, kind of authority to kind of move to spur action where it's not happening already?
Yeah, it's preliminary, Mike. Our focus here is on giving parents information that they need to help make judgments about how their kids can be safe, participate in sports that they want to do, and we want, the president is a big believer in sports, a big believer in team sports. He thinks that kids should be doing this. I know, he as a parent is concerned about the safety of his own daughters. I know that he defines that this comes up in conversations that you have with parents across the board, and it's an important issue that families are talking about now. So the focus is on, that is what we're trying to get out of this. What we want to get out of this is for parents to have a better understanding of what the risks are, what you can do to ameliorate the risks, and to try to get, and also to understand where there's gaps on what we don't know. We found that there's a lot that we don't know. We need to do more research. Our focus is not on professional sports. So, we think it's great that these leagues have come in with the commitments that they have, but that's not our focus. Our focus is more on having the conversation, trying to find as much information as possible, make that information available to parents, set a good example for kids about being safe, using examples. Some athletes are coming tomorrow, some professional football player, a soccer player, talk about how if they wish they had come out of games when they had better, that they would be in better shape now had they done that, and you want to set that kind of example. So our focus is on that, not as much as on dollar.
We have a question from Darlene Cedarville with Associated Press. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for taking the question. I didn't hear Jen earlier. Did you say there were about 200 people that are coming tomorrow? And the second question I had, I was wondering, both of the president's daughters do play sports, and I assume that soccer is a sport where you could potentially suffer some sort of brain injury. Have either of his kids ever suffered a head injury or come close to suffering one?
I did say during it's Jen, yes, there's going to be about 200 people in the audience tomorrow, and if I knew, I wouldn't talk about the girls' health because we want to keep respect their privacy. So, and I don't know if they have, but they do both play a lot.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting, Sasha and Malia, I am Princess Beatrix's elected American boyfriend. Can't wait to come to the White House to meet you guys to impact unity. Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Icon of Memphis. They're talking about you right now. Pretty cool.
Girls soccer is a big, is a sport that experiences a lot of concussions. I gather from not so much hitting the ball with your head, but from headbutting their opponent. So it's a serious issue.
Question from Alex Wade.
Hey, thanks. Wanted to ask about the CDC's surveillance system for concussions.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting on conference call regarding an initiative of the First Lady of the United States. This is a photograph I've taken of the First Lady of the United States here in the great state of Tennessee. And of course, I am a young Republican in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District, writing Republican candidate. And of course, I am Princess Beatrix's elected American boyfriend. Let's listen into the conversation. Nicholas Pegues reporting, inspiring unity. Of course, we're all cousins to some degree on down the line, because we're the political elite. Let's listen into the White House conversation, and I'm inspiring unity here in Memphis.
Tell us about trends and patterns of play. But I made the larger point that we need is that there are a lot of kids playing at younger levels, and we need to be collecting that kind of data. At younger levels, kids play in sports leagues, they play in community leagues, they play in other places, other ways. So, finding a way to do sort of consistent reporting across those various sectors
Maybe a new slogan. I know a lot of people like it. We're all cousins with Nicholas Pegues, also known as the governor. You know, a lot of people like me. We're all cousins to some level. So Nicholas Pegues reporting. Let's listen into the White House conversation. Pretty cool stuff. Corporate appreciation to the president, Mrs. Obama, from a young Republican.
Question from John Sullivan with CBSSports.com. Good afternoon. Thanks for taking the call. I'm interested in learning more about what the NCAA DoD concussion database will entail. For instance, are these definitely college athletes who will be tracked? How long will they be tracked? Is there a goal for number of athletes to be tracked?
So it is a college athlete longitudinal study. The estimates now are that over about.
I think that's what I'm going to title this documentary, you know, regarding this press conference. We're all cousins with CNN icon Nicholas Pegues. So let's listen into the White House conversation. I'm trying to inspire unity. Of course, I support and admire former President George W. Bush and, of course, the Obama administration. Let's listen in. And, of course, Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking.
Understanding the baseline of students and understanding what some of the impacts have been. I think we have time for one more question.
Last question comes from Julie Hilbert with Washington Post.
Hey there, I just had a question in terms of what's new. I assume the NCAA and the Pentagon study is new. I'm wondering if the NFL study is new, given that they've already pledged something like $40 million to safety, to sports rather. Is that part of this, or so if you can clarify that would be helpful.
So the DoD NCAA commitment is new.
And then on the NFL piece, they did recently spend $45 million to USA Football to train heads up coaches. This is new money on top of that. $25 million going towards the pilot between the PTAs as part of the association partnership, as well as work with the National Athletic Training Association for $55 million.
That's Kyle Bierman with our White House office. Great. I think that's all the time we have for questions. But just to remind folks again, first, thank you for joining us. This call is embargoed for 8 o'clock Eastern tonight. And if you did not get a question asked, please.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting on conference call with the White House once again, and of course we're all cousins. We're CNN icon Nicholas the Governor Pegues, and of course Princess Beatrix. This is your elected American boyfriend speaking. Nicholas Pegues reporting successful evening, 2 conference calls with the White House. God bless America. God bless the state of Tennessee, and God save the Queen. Good night. Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN Our Reporter Memphis received a very, very special greeting from First Lady Michelle Obama because of my service as a CNN Our Reporter and as the youngest Shelby County Unified School Board applicant in 2011. Miss Obama in July of 2007 was ranked 10 of the world's best dressed persons in the world. She was ranked this by Vanity Fair in July of 2007. So I'm very inspired that the First Lady of the United States honored me with all of these great well wishes and thanking me for my service to humanity. And here's a very, very special note she extended to me from the White House, addressed to me. It's thanking me for my note and kind service to humanity. And it's signed Michelle Obama, First Lady of the United States. And as we go over here, here's a very special picture she sent to me featuring her, Bo, our first dog of the United States, which is very cool. And it's signed First Lady Michelle Obama and Bo, our first dog of the United States. So Nicholas Pegues reporting a very, very special greetings from the First Lady of the United States because of my service as a humanitarian and as the youngest Shelby County Unified School Board applicant in 2011. Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN Our Reporter Memphis.